Hi, my name is Journey Noellis, affectionately known as your personal confidant. I am a life coach that has the heart and passion for people that are focused on healing from their personal relationship involving childhood and adult trauma. Some of you may have seen me featured on OWN's Family and Fiancé episode, where I was supporting my brother in a tumultuous relationship circumstance where domestic violence was involved. Unfortunately, I'm not at liberty to discuss much about the episode, and I also want to respect my brother's privacy. Thank you all so much for the encouraging words, for your comments, for your feedback, for your acknowledgement. We really, really appreciate it. We are supporting our brother as a family and helping him through his healing process. I would really like to broaden the conversation about domestic violence and bring awareness to the covert reality of such relationships. Many times there are misconceptions related to domestic violence. And I just think that it would be healthy for us to really have an honest conversation about what really is involved in such relationships. I have witnessed far too many times of individuals that are hurting, that remain stuck, and that don't have the tools, the experience to really get unstuck. The truth is, far too many people have not really experienced true love and do not know what love really is. I mean, the healthy, untoxic love. There are many misconceptions about domestic abuse, one of them being that women are more likely the victims. The truth is, as Dr. Ali referenced on the show, it's actually 50-50. And the reality is men are silent victims. They do not have an outlet. They feel emasculated. So therefore, many of them do not report domestic violence. There are some women out there that are very, very abusive to men, and we aren't talking about it. They aren't really, bringing it to the limelight, and therefore they remain in those relationships stuck with no outlet, no one to talk to. They're not going to their families, certainly not their friends, so they're taking it. And another misconception is that you must have low self-esteem, poor self-worth. You don't value yourself, low confidence, because you are in a domestic violent relationship. And that's not the case at all, at all. It is really, really easy to find yourself there. It does not actually, you don't really even know that it's actually taken place until you're deep in it, or it's almost too late, that you can't even save yourself, that you don't even have what it takes to get out of the relationship. Domestic violence, domestic abuse is not just physical. Many times it's emotional, mental, and financial. It certainly starts off emotional, because emotional, you can't really, there's not much physical signs of emotional abuse. So therefore, they start subtly by doing just very, very, minute things, but it starts to really take a toll on you. They start attacking your self-esteem, but not really in a very direct way sometimes. It's very subtle. They'll probably say something like, "Why are you wearing that? You don't look attractive in that. Oh, it makes you look fat." Or, "Why are you wearing that lipstick? I don't like red lipstick. You don't look attractive in red lipstick. Why are you wearing a skirt?" It's just like, little signs here and there that you really have to catch. Many times they want to lower your self-esteem, your self-worth, and your confidence to the lowest denominator. So therefore, you don't even recognize yourself. They steal your identity from you. They isolate you from your friends, your loved ones, your family. They minimize your feelings. And the next thing you know, it starts to normalize. The fighting starts to normalize. And a lot of times, the victim would just submit to their demands because they just want to keep the peace. Sometimes it's so desperate just to keep the peace. You're like, okay, fine, whatever it is that you want. And this happens in all social classes, in all social economic status. So don't just think that it's a certain class that's subjected to this. It's very important that we recognize the signs and identify them very early on in relationships. You know, many times what the abuser will do is they will try very subtle tactics. Like, for instance, holding your wrist tightly and shoving you to on the couch or out of the way. Those are signs. And the next thing you know, it starts escalating and escalating. And the thing is slowly but steady. You know, the love bombing is real. Soul ties are real. People are walking out here. They look like they're normal and they are hurting inside. They're not normal. They are broken. They are damaged. And sometimes they don't even know. They're not even living in their reality. They're living this life of illusion that does not even exist. And I get it, because sometimes the reality hurts. So therefore, we live in a bubble. We live in this illusion in order to escape our reality so we could protect ourselves. Because the thing is, once you know, you can't unknow. It's real. It's very important that we lead with compassion, to understand, to listen, to hear. We all want to be seen. We all want to be loved and cared for and feel connected and feel valued. Those are very basic human needs. And it's important that we have the conversation, the real conversation about what's going on in our communities, what's happening to our friends, our loved ones, our families, and to bring awareness. And many times we don't talk about toxic femininity. It's very prevalent. It's not just the men that are abusive. Let's start supporting each another instead of judging each other, uplifting, inspiring, and promoting each other. And that's the only way we would be able to bring awareness and help people heal and push through and get unstuck. I look forward to having more of these conversations. Please like and subscribe. Thank you so much. Until next time.